Greetings Commanders, this is KreeKree here and I am an Elite Dangerous content creator. Now, if you'd like to catch me live, you can catch me at twitch.tv/KreeKree, where we have community events such as Star God killing, exploring, trade, mining, etc. In today's video we're going to be having a look at INARA, and this will be episode 4, and we'll be looking at trade routes and nearest tabs in the website. Now at any point you feel that this video has been helpful, make sure that you give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And also let me know in the comments below if there's anything else that you'd like me to cover or go into more detail with this website in video format in the comments below. Now let's just get started into trade routes. So trade routes has a couple of sub tabs. So we've got best trade routes, trade routes search, favorite trade routes, and trade opportunities. Starting off with best trade routes, I feel like this is going to be the most commonly used trade routes sub-tab because you can include round trips. So just going from one place to the other, just buy and sell different commodities so that you can make a profit. So if you wanted to customize how your trade route would look, then you can put in your reference system, which is the system that you're currently in, what the max route distance that you want to travel, the minimum landing pad that is required for the ship that you're using. So obviously if you're using a large ship, you'll need a large pad. Max price age. So this is based off when the information was last updated. The max station distance from the main star of this system. The minimum supply. If you'd like to include any surface stations. Order by best profit, or you can obviously change that to last updated, route distance, and distance in general. Cargo capacity is also a big factor here as well, so depending on what ship you have and your build depends on how much you can actually carry, so that will also affect how much you will be gaining in terms of profit. And lastly, how you want the results to be displayed. And also there is these couple of things here where you can display the power play bonuses if you are including that in your trade. And also if you wanted to have it as a round trip for you. So for example, if I wanted to make sure that the minimum supply was at least 5,000 units, everything else is fine. We'll say I can carry 320 tons of cargo, and then hit search. And then the information will be populated down below here. So it's saying that this route here is the most profitable. So you can see where you need to go in order to pick up the silver, where you need to go to sell the silver, and then at that same station you can buy water purifiers and then sell them back at the original system that you were in. And that has more information here with the route distance, the distance in general, when it was last updated, profit per unit, per trip, and per hour as well. I definitely suggest having a bit of a play around with this just to see what it is that you feel like would be the most profitable trip for you when you're organizing your trade. Now next is the trade routes search. So as it sounds, it's a lot more customizable because you can choose the station that you are at and where you want to go. So you can type in the star or the station name, either one. And then you can customize using the drop down boxes here, landing pad, station distance, etc. Just gotta kind of play around with it and see what comes up. And if you were to favorite a trade route, then it would be in here. So obviously I haven't favorited any, so they're not listed, but if I was to, so going back to best trade routes, say I was going to save this one, hit the star here, and it is added. So now when you go to favorite trade routes, the information will be there. And then trade opportunities, So this one obviously shows up a little bit different. Kind of choose star system and what commodities you're after, how far away it is from your current location, and when it was last updated. Now keep this in mind. So it says here, note, the list is based on the favorable states of minor factions. Not all station markets may be listed and not all market data may be up to date. It's up to you to discover some nice profit opportunities there. Winky face. So that is basically trade routes. So now going to nearest. Nearest is how you're able to find pretty much anything in the game. So it will go default to stations. So you're after a particular thing at a station. So for example, the most popular thing would be material traders if you're doing any engineering. So you can see that you, for example, you have the near star, which is the star that you're at. Or you can either put in a galactic region. You can fill out these drop down boxes if you feel that is necessary, otherwise you can just leave them as any. You can also look for something in particular, like you need to find somewhere to rearm, refuel, you need to do missions, outfitting, shipyard, etc. Then there's also owner properties as well, so you want to make sure that you're trying to find a station that is in a lockdown, for example. And then obviously you can also look for star system properties as well. So if you're after one in any particular allegiance, government type, economy type, security level, what power they're with, and what population they have. And then once you do that, hit search. And here for me, it's come up with, because I have selected material trader, the encoded, raw, manufactured material traders that are known. And then with outfitting, you're after particular things for your ship. So for example, we've got here military grade composite for a federal dropship. And this is the star that I'm at the moment. If I hit search, then it'll tell me where I need to go to find that particular module for the federal dropship. And then minor factions. So similar again, you want to see if you're trying to find somewhere that is at war because you want to do some combat, whether you want to do it in space. So obviously you've got Horizons and Odyssey, but if you want to do ground, then obviously you need Odyssey for that one. Star systems, so you're after a particular star system, so very similar. You can go to Civil War, Cold War, investment, technological leap, terrorist attack, etc. And then of course there is bodies. So for this, it's more about trying to find a particular star type, planet type, volcanism, atmosphere, terraforming, terraformable, terraforming, or terraformed. And then obviously you can also look for materials present. So if you're after anything particular, like for example arsenic, you need that for engineering, so you can put that in there and hit search, and then it'll tell you where you're able to actually find it. And then you got miscellaneous here. You can find the nearest wars and civil wars and nearest restore missions. So if you're, so obviously that being combat or repair missions and things like that. Search, and then it'll tell you the system name, the name of the faction and who they're with, and who the opponent is and who they're with. So you can see this is a civil war, etc. Now, as I said, if you find that this video has been quite helpful for you, then make sure that you give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, then thank you so much. That means so much to me. Let me know what you found to be the most helpful in this section, or even any of the INARA videos that I've created so far. Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, here is the playlist for the full INARA series. I'll see you over there, Commanders. Fly safe.